Hello, everybody. I will try this morning to give a detailed response to our brother Uche Tochukwu Emokai, an Igbo who practices rabbinic Judaism, who proposed or who stated in black and white that ultimately Igbos will return to the land of Israel, where, according to him, they should be, and which prompted my response that I am not in agreement, that I think that Igboland could belong to the Igbo people completely, totally, permanently if Igbos keep the commandment. I will restate that it gave me a great deal of joy to find a younger Igbo becoming interested in a matter of such great importance. His peers are not interested in things like this, they are interested in frivolities. But to see him engaging in a matter like this tells me that the future, there is a shift we are beginning to see a shift. We are beginning to see a generation. We are beginning to see Igbos that will be worthy of carrying on the great legacy we inherited from our esteemed and illustrious ancestors. Uche Tochukwu Emokai. Hereafter are my reasons for telling you that I do not subscribe to the view that Igbos will have to leave Igboland and move to the land of Israel. I will start by telling you why I think that Igboland belongs to the Igbos eternally, if the Igbos are able to keep the commandments of Chukwu so that the land will not vomit them. Just as, in any case, the people of Israel will only be able to live in peace in the land of Israel if they obey the commandments of the God of Israel. Uche, you showed me a verse in the book of Jeremiah that talks about the exiled returning to the land. I don't have any problem with that, and I'll get to that before this talk is over. But I want to start by describing Igboland and talking about its nature. Igboland is 29,000 square miles in the south of Nigeria, inhabited by Igbos contiguously. There are no ethnic groups in between them. I think this is the first time in history. When I say history, I'm not talking about prehistory, which is 7,000, 8,000 years ago. I'm talking about from the time of Abraham, which is in any case still regarded as prehistory. Let us look at from 6,000 years or 5,000 years to the present times. This is the first time we are seeing the Hebrew people living on one land that is not inhabited by other peoples. Even in the land of Israel, after our movement from Egypt, there were Canaanites among us, there were other strangers among us. Moses and Joshua were not able to remove the other peoples from the land. They were always there. Groups like the Philistines, the Ammonites, and many other peoples were living in the land with us. But in the case of Igboland, the land, I repeat, is contiguously inhabited only by Igbos. From the communities in Edo State to the communities in River State, where there are verifiably Igbos. You don't find other peoples that are natives in those lands. Only the Hebrews are natives in those lands. This is a special character. This is unique. So, as I restated in my previous response to you, I do not have any problem with the question that the land of Israel is the ancestral inheritance of the Igbo people too. Whether they are recognized by the state of Israel or not is not material. Igbos are descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The land of Israel They are part owners of it. And get this clear, Igbos are not interested in engaging with any kind of arguments or disputations with the Jews, the Samaritans, and the Karaites, who are their brothers and sisters who inhabit the land now. But I want to restate for the purpose of clarity, it is our land, and we are not ready to get involved in arguments about that. We left the land, just like the Jews, the Samaritans, and the Karaites also left the land because the land vomited us. We did not strictly live by the commandments of the God of Israel, so we got thrown off the land. But here comes a difference. The Hebrews, who are today called the Igbos, which is the Igbo equivalent of the word Hebrew, got a land that I just described that has this special character. I do not think that other descendants of Israelites got anything similar to this. And who gave us this land? The God of Israel. Here comes the cash. Emokai, my brother, I believe you are thinking that because you read in the Torah that the land of Israel belongs to the people of Israel, and you didn't read in the Torah that Igboland belongs to the people of Israel, you assumed that the God of Israel did not give that land to the Igbos. But with due respect, this is not the proper way to understand the scriptures. Among the Igbos, God has two major titles, Chiukwu and Chineke. Chiukwu is great God. Chineke is God that creates. Creation is a continuous process. Granting of gifts is a continuous process. God decided to also give the Hebrews the land called Igboland when they left, or when the land vomited them. I think this is very simple to understand. This is very easy to understand. Mention any other group of Israelites that got land like this, that have retained it for close to 1,000 years. It's extremely difficult to find. I'm not sure it exists. Wherever you have found the people of Israel in the world outside Igboland, they have not maintained land that is contiguous. They have not maintained sovereignty over lands. But we know that Igbos maintained sovereignty over Igboland for close to 1,000 years, and even at the present time, they maintain semi-sovereignty. As at today, no group outside the Igbos is claiming that an inch of Igbo land belongs to them. Do we need Samuel the prophet to tell us that there is the hand of God in this? Then we will get to your other question, returning to the land of Israel. Some Igbos have already returned to the land of Israel, and some Jews returned to Igbo land. Okadibo's late wife is halakhically Jewish, or was halakhically Jewish. She was the doctor of Ikejiani from Unri. His wife was a Canadian Jew. She lived and died among the Igbos. It's just that history records what it wants to record. And this subject of Igbos as the Israelites is not convenient for the people that define peoples. It's not convenient for people to admit that 50 million people plus up to 15 million of them called African Americans today, classified as blacks, are also people of the Bible. That is why details like this get scrubbed off history, but not the history that I'm writing, not the history that I'm reading, not the history that I'm participating in contributing to. So what am I saying? Some Igbos, like you, have returned to the land of Israel. We have Igbos who are majors in the IDF. We have Igbos who have served in the IDF. We have an Igbo community in Israel. But something bigger than this is going to happen soon. When we have finished rebuilding and reconstructing the Igbos, the state of Israel will be one of the states to rush and embrace the Igbos. The state of Israel embraced the Igbos when Michael Okpara ran the affairs of the Igbos, when the Igbos produced the fastest growing economy in the world. Bigger powers than the state of Israel, the United States, will have consulates in Igboland. Every country in the world will want to come and establish alliances with the people that produce this culture when we have brought the Igbo people to where the Igbo people should be. And there will be an air bridge linking Igboland and the land of Israel. If 1966 to 1970 had not happened, by now, even if the Igbos are part of Nigeria, if an Igbo wants to go to Israel and live, he wouldn't even have to go with a passport. Same thing applies to Jews, Samaritans, and Karaites from all over the world. If they needed to come to Igboland, they wouldn't even need a passport. You are Igbo Emokai. You know that no non-Igbo can become a member of an Igbo family. But when I took Rabbi Rosen to Ozobo we are prepared to make him an Nze. When I took Daniel Lees, Professor Daniel Lees, to my family, he was welcomed as a family member. So that air bridge will come up because of the work we are doing, which thankfully you are also contributing to. My assignment, my task, the task I'm giving you is talk to Igbo Jews. Let them become involved in the Igbo community again. Talk to Igbo Sabbatarians. Let them also become involved again. We need everybody. We need all the Igbos back on one page. For people that didn't grow up in Igboland, if you want to know more about this land, get Separated Hebrew Sisters. It's on Amazon. If you want to know about the authentic culture of this land, get Hebrew Republics, and also the most important one that I'm neglecting, the Igbos and Israel, an intercultural study of the largest Jewish diaspora or largest Israelite diaspora, is also on Amazon. And then, if you want to know about the present state of reconnection, reintegration, embrace of Igbos and Jews going on, get this, where you will get the full gist and details about how a Sephardic Bedin, led by a Jew, a rabbi, a mohel, named them with a PhD in international law, Rabbi Yehonatan Elazar the Mota, studied everything that is to be studied about the Igbos, integrated himself in the Igbo community in Liverpool for months, saw Omenana in practice, and with his illustrious colleagues, they constituted a Bedin which ruled that the Igbos are descendants of the Israelites. This ruling is more than 6 months old. There has been no credible dissent from anywhere, because you don't argue that white is black or that black is white. Igbos are authentically, validly descendants of the Israelites. The word Hebrew is the English language equivalent of the term Igbo or Ibre. May God bless you. Thank you.